Hi Nandakishore, hi Spurti, hi Anu, Krishna. Nandakishore, you have any questions? Spurti, Nandakishore. No questions?
It's not, it should be Nandakishore.
Sorry?
Uh, it should be Abhishek, not Nandakishore. Let me check.
Voice is little breaking. Okay, you can text it if you have anything. Savitri, you have anything? So we have a 5 more minutes to start a regular class. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Anybody did some research about enrolled agent? Good morning. So we'll start session now. Let me share my screen. Let me know once you are able to see the screen. Let me know once you are able to see the screen, guys. Hope you are able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to open one more. Net to download. 1040 form. Already in the series. That is this. Charles. Open it up. We have connected. Already connected. Okay. Which purpose? 1040. 1040. Form 1040. Team, you are able to hear, right? So now we are downloading form number 1040. This is from the IRS government's website, guys. Okay, the same form which are going to be work for the next 2 months. The first paper 1040. We are going to be discuss about the 1040 paper, how to fill the form, what are the facilities is there, what are the details we need to be filled. Everything we are going to be discuss now. In the live, we will download one form and we will explain. Yesterday itself already shared it. That 1040 we already shared with you on all the group. Please check it. You can open it from there also. This is the form to fill the individual tax. Right, sir? Yes, we can tell. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday we already shared this form 1040. Have you received?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, we already started yesterday, Unit 1. In that Unit 1, we have
20 subtopics. Yesterday we already covered 4 to 5 subtopics. Actually, that unit 1 introducing only terminology which is useful to run the rest of the syllabus. Whatever the syllabus we are going to cover in rest of 19 chapters, 19 topics, everything basic points will be introduced here itself. Yesterday we already discussed form number 2025 means that taxpayer income generated in the year 2025, but tax return to be submitted in the year 2026, and a tax amount also to be paid in the year 2026. So last year income generated by the taxpayer, we are paying tax in the current year, we are filing tax return also in the current year, that is 2026. Yesterday we already discussed how to fill biographical information of the taxpayer. Actually here we need to fill social security number of taxpayer and spouse. That details will be covered in detail in subsequent topics. Just I am introducing here terminology only. Now coming to filing status. We have 5 types of status given by IRS. One is single, head of household, married filing jointly, married filing separately, and head of household. Qualified surviving spouse. All these will be covered in subsequent chapters, might be chapter number around 4. Now coming to digital assets. It is nothing but the Bitcoin. If any taxpayer purchased any Bitcoin in the current year, sold out in the current year, any profit or loss generated in the current year, that information shall be submitted in this head digital assets information. It is not for calculation of the tax. That information shall be submitted informative content. Now coming to dependents, it is a separate chapter. As we have already discussed, it will be covered in chapter number 4. Now today let us discuss about incomes. In this we have total 11 line items. Item number 1A, total amount from form number W2. What is the W2?
Salary person also.
Yes, sir. Correct. In India, Form 16 will be issued by employer. The same form will be used by employee at the time of filing of his tax return. Am I right?
Yes.
Similarly, in the case of IRS, Form W2 will be issued by employer to his employees. That is the base for employee to file his return. Any person having any income, that income supporting documents are dividing into 2 types. One is the W2. This W2 form is only for employer and employee relationship. Employer is going to issue this document. What is the 1 year total salary? What is TDS, means withholding amount. All this information will be included here. Suppose any person giving service not in the form of employee. Suppose you are using the service of carpenter for 10 days. He is not our employee. He is providing his service not in the capacity of the employee. In that case, that kind of the person also getting income not in the form of the salary. That kind of the persons are getting one form is 1099. Finally, any person generating any income getting two type of documents. One is salaried person W2. Other than salaried person, form number 1099 will be received from the person who is getting the service from that professional. So, in our case, form number W2. If any salary received for the entire year, employer is going to prepare one W2 form. 4 forms will be prepared by the employer. One copy will be submitted by the employer directly to the income tax department. Second copy will be issued to the employee. One more copy will be given by Social Security Department, SSA. Fourth copy will be retained by the employer with himself. This copy received by the employee used that form at the time of filing of his return. So now we are talking about employee who is filing his return, use W2 form details. Now coming to 1B, household employee. Suppose any person working in any organization, organized organization like companies, etc. Employees are going to issue W2 form. Whereas in the case of the unorganized sector, like driver, gardener, or household employees and sweeper, maid, etc. Suppose those kind of service providers providing at home, not in any business organizations. Even those people are also getting the income. But household employers are not going to issue that kind of the W2 form because household organizations are not established business organizations. In that case, the person like maid, servant maid, etc. getting income will not get a W2 form from the employer. That kind of the income to be included in the line number 1B, household employee wages, not reported in the form of the W2. Now coming to 1C, tip income, not reported on line number 1A, means W2. Generally, employees are getting tip income in different fields. Let us take one example in restaurants. Customers are going to pay tip income, but that tip income can be divided into two types. Sometimes tip income will be included directly in the food bills. So first that amount will be reached to the restaurant owner. At the end of each month, the total tip amount received will be shared to all the employees. So employer officially received tip income from the customers on behalf of the employees. That employer is going to include that tip income also in form number W2. So employer is paying salary to the employee and tip income also received will be shared to employee. Both the amounts will be included in W2 form by the employer himself. Sometimes customers are going to pay tip income directly to the server. That amount will not be reached to the restaurant owner. That is the reason restaurant owner is not going to include that tip income in the W-2 form, but still this employee getting the tip income. Now employee is responsible to that tip income directly received by him to be included at the time of filing of his tax return. That is 1C, tip income not reported in 1A. 1A means W-2 form directly reporting by the employer. Now coming to 1D, Medicaid waiver payments not reported on W-2.
So it will example in the first one. Example means if you are going to the restaurant.
Yes, sir.
In the restaurant, we pay sometimes it will pay directly to the hotel.
Oh, yes,
That's what
included in the bill.
In the bill.
Yes. Yes.
So that one will be, it's not income to the company restaurant, but
How?
it's going to be due to.
Yes, tip income is not income of the restaurant. It will be reached finally to the staff.
Okay. For that reason, it will be including in the C, not in the A. That's what I know.
No, sir. If the restaurant owner directly received tip income from the customers, that amount will be shared at the end of every month to all the staff members. But W-2 form will be issued by the employer to employee. In that form, salary details and tip income, everything will be included by.
It will be made separate.
Yes.
Salary is expected and the tip will be expected.
Will be included in the form number W-2 itself. When tip income is directly received by employee, that would not be included in the W-2 form. Then employee is responsible to include at the time of filing of his return in the head of 1C separately.
All this one in the year or end or every month we need to pay.
Once in year.
Once in.
Yes. W-2 form also will be issued by the employer to every employee, and one copy to the income tax department, one more copy to the state income tax department. This is an annual process.
But all this data they have to be keep it as a.
Yes, responsible. How to maintain the records will be covered in subsequent topic. That matter also covers very clearly. Now coming to 1D. Medicaid waiver payments not reported in form number W-2. Strictly speaking, it is not the salary income. It is also not the any other services income. Suppose any family having any disabled person, physically or mentally disabled persons are there, that disabled person is supported by the family member. Example, one family is having wife, husband and one son. That son is completely disabled person. In that case, governments are having certain schemes for this kind of the people. Now that the government is going to give some kind of the support money to the person who is supporting physically, mentally to that person. So one taxpayer, because they are having one disabled person, they are getting support from the government, say $12,000 in that year. Strictly speaking, this amount is not taxable at all. So finally, that item must not have been included in this form of 1040 because it is basically not taxable. But why this line is included? Still we are including in the form number 1040. Reason is that when we are calculating the other tax benefits, for calculation purpose, this amount shall also be included. That is the reason, calculation convenient point of view, this point is included in the line number 1D in the name of the Medicaid waiver payments. Will not be taxed. It is not income at all. Strictly speaking, no need to include here. Even though you are including here, at the time of calculating of the tax, that item will be eliminated for tax calculation. But other kind of the credits are there. We are going to cover separate chapter. As I already explained, we are getting the different type of the benefits. One kind of the benefit is tax credits. How much tax credit can be given by the government to the taxpayer? Some calculations are involved. At the time of calculation of that purpose, this item should also be included. Even though not taxable, that is the reason separate line item is provided here. So definitely this item would not be included in the head of the W2 form. But still it is referring W2 form like salaries. The reason is that whenever government is supporting this kind of the benefit to taxpayer, is dividing into two type support. I want to get white. No, sir, white screen. Okay.
Sir, I have a question, sir, here.
Okay, sir, tell me.
So, is it only government supporting medical related, sir, or else generally we have some medical bills, right? So, can we also
Only government support, sir.
only government?
Maximum government support.
Government support, sir, this one.
Okay, okay, not related to our individual medical bills or our
No, sir.
individual.
That is support of employers, your angle. No, it will be only from the government.
Okay.
No, but in investment, all are government hospitals.
It's not about the
Apart from that, this is a separate scheme designed
Okay.
by the IRS department coordinated with respect to department.
It's only for the disabled kids only, right? The supporting any the kids are else elderly.
And one more point, this kind of service is not from the federal government, state government. State to state, this scheme and regulations, so amount to be paid to the taxpayer, everything will be changed.
Okay, you mean to say this is only for the disabled person, and that too
Yes.
from the state government, which is going to be given some amount
Yes, sir, exactly.
for the disabled person that can be included. And as you
Yes,
said,
not to the disabled person, because disabled person, mother is supporting physically, mentally, financially. That is the reason support giving by the government to that mother.
Yeah, okay.
Who is a taxpayer in our example.
Yeah, right. For the taxpayer, or they are spending the amount. That is the reason they wanted to support. The state government need to.
Actually, they are having their governments are having their own arrangements for these kind of the people. If you are handing over this disabled person to the government has to spend a lot of money on this.
Right.
Instead of spending this kind of the support to encouraging.
Okay, got it. So not our.
Suppose this is.
Yeah.
Sir, pardon.
Yeah, not our medical related bills or.
Not related to medical bills. Sir.
Okay, only for the got it.
Government is going to give support directly to the person who is supporting physically, mentally, means in our case mother. Sometimes the government is going to create one agency instead of directly giving to mother. That matter will be handled by government agency on behalf of the government. In that case, that agency is going to give that money to the mother.
They are giving money directly $12,000 every year.
Every year. Actually, it is directly giving. The question of linking with the W2 does not arise when government directly paying that money to the mother.
Like in your Amavadi.
Yes, exactly, sir. Amavadi. Similarly, instead of giving directly, sometimes some state governments are creating some their own agencies. Through that agency, it is doing that kind of the service to the others. In that case, large scale funds will be given by the government to the agency. Okay. Now this agency is distributing to all the required needy people. In that case, this agency is answerable to the government for the total fund it is received. At the same time, this agency is distributing that amount to the various person 1, person 2, person 3, like this. It is maintaining one roster to whom how much amount is given, for what reason the story will be given, and one slip also will be given by this agency to the respective mother. In some states they are issuing in the form of the W2. It is not uniform in all the states. It is some cases. If it has happened in that manner, so it is reflecting in the form of the W.
It's a similar like Anganwadi, sir. Like Anganwadi from the central government, but each state will prosecute as per their separate requirement. Some cases they will use the food items directly. Some cases they will use some money also. Sometimes they will use the eggs separately. So it depends on the
Scheme designed by the respective state governments.
Similar,
exactly. So that is the reason. If any mother received, any father received a W2 form, definitely that amount would be included there. Otherwise, it will be shown as a separate line item. Now coming to, if it is received in the form of the W2, that would have been already included in the 1 year line itself, because they have received W2 form. If the W2 form is not received, even though money received, then it will be included in 1D line item in the name of the Medicaid waiver payments not reported in W2 form. Now coming to 1E, taxable dependent care benefits. It is purely linked between the employer and employee. Example, one mother is working in Reliance company, but that mother is having a small kid. Because this kid, they will not be in a position to work in the organization properly. That is the reason that the mother is going to admit this child in baby care like that organization. That is the reason that the mother is spending some amount paying to the baby care centers, etc. That is the reason in some cases, some employers are supporting to employees, because you are spending something, I am ready to pay you. That way, employer is going to give some money. This money is dividing into two types again. Employer is giving to the parent, either mother or father, whoever maybe. When this mother who is employee, so this employee is having one child. Who is child, when is eligible, criteria will be we are going to cover subsequently. The child age must not be more than the 13 years. Like that, some criteria will be covered subsequently. At this point, my intention is to introduce all the technical words. Once this technical terminology jargon is clear, in every subsequent chapter, student will feel comforted, easy to memory, everything. So, child. In the case that the mother is paying some amount, suppose employer supporting say $20,000 example, but mother incurred for child care center spent only $18,000. So not spent amount is $2,000. So entire 20,000 received from the employer by the employee, dividing into two types. One is not taxable part, which is really spent, which is taxable part, which did not spend. So the amount which is taxable, not entire amount received from the employer, which is not taxable amount to be included in this. Taxable, not complete amount received. Yes, exactly. 1E, taxable. Actually, for easy understanding purpose, I have explained 20,000 received, 18,000 not required to pay tax, 2,000 need to be paid tax. But it is having some criteria that will be covered in the class subsequently. So why it is taken? Because dependent. Actually, dependent not only child. Suppose one employee is having dependent old age person. That old age person not in a position to take care of himself or herself. That is also eligible. That criteria we are going to cover subsequently. So taxable dependent care, we have to submit one form number 2441, very clearly given. In this, each and every point, each and every criteria of the child or old age person, and how much amount is received from the employer, how much amount paid for baby care center, whether baby care center is eligible organization or not, how much official it is charging, everything will be filled in the form number 2441. That form is to be attached to our main return 1040. Now coming to 1F, it is also very important point. Employer provided adoption benefit. So American government encouraging to adopt orphans. That is the reason it is going to support in the form of around $17,000. If any person adopting any child is going to support in the form of dollars. So if any person, any taxpayer who is adopting any child, in that case it is getting support from the government, that amount shall be included here. Employer provided, this amount support is given by the employer to the employee for the benefit of adoption. Then form number 8839, complete details of the adoption, complete details of the employer support, everything to be included here. Actually, the adoption benefit is dividing into two types. Now coming to next point, adoption benefit. This adoption benefit is dividing into two types. Mr. X is employee working in, example, Reliance India Limited, employer. If any child is adopted by this employee, and if the employer is giving any benefit to, monetary benefit given to the employee, that benefit information by filing of the respective form shall be attached to form number 1040. Attachment. This is support from the employer for the purpose of the adoption. And sometimes state governments are also giving monetary benefits to any person adopting any child. In that case, that amount received from the government, no doubt, income to the taxpayer. First, it must be included under the head of the income, any benefit received from the government. Once income is calculated, then we have to calculate the tax amount. Income into tax rate is total tax amount. Once the tax amount is calculated, entire tax amount no need to be paid to the government. Still, IRS is allowing us in the form of the credits, tax credits. Tax is already calculated, no need to pay entire the tax amount. Still, some more concession will be given from the tax payable amount in the name of the tax credits. These tax credits we are going to study very clearly in the schedule number 3 subsequently. Variety type of credits are given by the government, IRS. Those credits are basically dividing into two types. One is refundable credit, second one is non-refundable credit. This is not right time to explain in detail about that matter. I will cover in a separate chapter. At that time, we are going to cover about the adoption child tax credit. Credit name is adoption child tax credit. So this is another type of the benefit, type number 2. Type number 1 is employer benefit giving by the employee is covered at this point. 1F, employer provided adoption benefits. Then we have to attach form number 8839. Let us ask any doubts up to this point. Comfortable. Okay. Now coming to one. You can ask any question from so far our topics. Anyone have?
No, sir, all okay.
Okay. Shall I continue? Okay. Coming to para 1G, wages from form number 8919. It is very, very important form, regularly asking question in examination. Wages from form number 8919. What is form number 8919? What is the logic behind? Where is pen? Right. Okay. Form number 8919. Okay. Okay, nice. Let us take one employer example, Reliance India Limited. In this organization, Mr. X is working as an employee. Before understanding of this one, first you have to understand something else. Any person receiving any service, X is receiving one service from Y. Y is service provider. X is service receiver. The service can be dividing into two types. One is employee type service and other independent contractor type. Independent contractor type. In the case of employee, what has to be done, how has to be done, everything will be guided by the employer. So the role of the employee is only to obey the instructions given by employer. You no need to bother about the output and result. Simply obey the instructions of employer. The relationship between two persons such way is called the employer and employee relationship. Type 2, independent contractors. Suppose we are having some power issue in our home. We are taking the service of the electrician. Daily he is not coming to our home to do the service. We are communicating him what is our problem. I am asking them to fix that problem only. How to solve that problem is not the responsibility of the employer. His employer is not expert that part. So the person who is going to provide the service is expert. He independently handles that matter according to his own expertization. That kind of the service person is called independent contractor. So finally, any type of service given by any person dividing into two types, either in the form of the employee service or in the form of the independent contractor service. All these are coming carpenter, electrician, like this mason, all these are covering under this independent contractor concept. We simply have to tell what to do. We no need to tell them how to do. That is his own responsibility, how to handle that matter. Now coming to our story. In IRS, okay. Right. In our example, Reliance India Limited recruited one employee. Now Reliance is giving salary, say 1 lakh rupees per month. This is salary. No doubt it is covering under the head of the W2 form. Employer-employee relationship is there. Nothing but the salary income. In the case of the salary, one, apart from payment of the salary, Reliance India Limited is also responsible to pay like PF, ESI, etc. Similar concept is even in US. So employer is responsible to pay social security tax and Medicare tax. So what is social security tax, Medicare tax will be covered in subsequent chapters. So example, employer has to pay 4% social security tax. It is not a correct percentage. Conceptual purpose, I am giving these percentages. These will be covered clearly, pinpointly, subsequently. And 2% Medicare tax. So salary has to be paid to the employee directly 1 lakh. And 1 lakh into 4% means 4,000. And 1 lakh into 2%, 2,000. This 6,000 to be paid by the employer to the another government department on behalf of the employee. These payments are made by the employer to another department, helpful to the employee after his retirement, because social security tax paid by employer for the purpose of employee. Any health issue arises, in our case, government hospitals are being maintained, ESI hospitals, etc. Like that. One more tax is Medicare tax, MCT. Medicare tax also being paid by the employer on behalf of the employee to the another department. Social security department is there, to that department it is paying. Finally, cost to the Reliance India Limited, 1 lakh paying to the employee, and additionally 6,000 paying to the another department on behalf of the employee. Total cost to the employer 1,06,000. In this scenario, employee also has to contribute some amount from his own pocket to the Social Security Department in the form of the Social Security tax. Same percentage, say 4% means 4,000, and Medicare tax purpose, say 2% is 2,000. So total 6,000 to be paid by the employee from his own pocket. So this is the scenario what we have to follow. In our case, at the time of payment of salary to the employee, employer will not hand over entire 1 lakh rupees directly to the employee. Out of this 1 lakh, 6 lakh contribution to be made by the employee will be deducted. That means 1 lakh salary to be paid to employee, and employee contribution to be paid by the employee will be deducted by the employer. Finally, for 94,000 will be handed by the employer to the employee. So this deducted amount to 6,000 from the pocket of the employee, and from one pocket of the employer another 6,000. Total 6 plus 6,000 will be deposited to the Social Security Department, 12,000. So in the name of the employee. So this is the mechanism what we have to follow. Apart from that, okay, this is the procedure what we have to follow. This procedure will be applicable when the relationship between the two personalities, employer and employee only. Finally, employer is also additionally paying 6,000 from the pocket of the employer. Total cost to the employer 1 lakh salary, additionally 6,000. Total burden 1,06,000 to the employer. Employee is also paying 6,000 from his own pocket. He is not paying directly on behalf of the employee. Employer deducting from the salary, and that 6,000 also will be paid directly to the Social Security Department. This is the procedure to be followed when the two persons relationship is employer and employee. Do you have any doubts up to this point? Next explanation will be based on this concept. Anyone have? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
If you want any, I will clarify at this moment. It will continue for the subsequent explanation.
No doubts for this.
Okay, okay, nice. Okay. Actually, my explanation started with form number 8919. To understand this concept, first we have to understand the relationship between the person receiving the service and the person giving the service. Is dividing into two types: employer and employee relationship, or independent contract service. I have explained employer-employee relationship purpose, Social Security tax and Medicare tax, contribution of the employer, etc., etc., and this story for employee. Now coming to other case. X is, say, Tata company example. Tata company is employer. And Tata company received service from Mr. Z. Actually, according to law, the relationship between the Tata company and the Z is employer and employee relationship. So automatically, salary, social security tax, Medicare tax automatically applicable. But at the time of the payment, at the time of the giving the document, instead of giving the W-2 form, that is character of the employer and employee relationship, instead of giving up this form, simply they have treated that Tata company treated the Z as that just outside service provider, just a one-time contract. He is not my employee. In that angle, form number 1099 instead of W-2 form is issued. In that scenario, simply payment of the service value 1 lakh payment is sufficient. Additionally, social security tax, Medicare tax, this burden will not be there if the relationship is not employer and employee. Now in our case, even though real relationship between the two parties, Tata and Z, employer and employee, but simply Tata company treated Z as outside service provider, simply 1 lakh amount paid, they ignored payment of the 6,000 additional payments to the other department, simply form number 1099 issued. Later, this Z can approach the IRS department. Even though I am an employee, even though I am having the eligibility to get the additional amount, this story will be communicated properly by Z to the IRS department. Then IRS department giving one form to the Z, that form number is 8919. If Z is in a position to convince the IRS department that I am an employee, not the outside service provider, if the IRS is convinced, one form is giving to the Z, form number 8919. It is nothing but IRS is authorizing the Z to treat Z as an employee. So later, IRS department issuing one letter to the Tata company to collect 6,000 from the pocket of the Tata directly. At the same time, another Z contribution will be paid by the Z directly to the IRS department by using the form number 8919. So actually it is not the right time to explain this much explanation at this point itself. It will be covered in detail subsequently in full length chapter, just to understand why this form is used. Form number 8919 only. Don't bother about that. Okay. Okay, not balanced. Now coming to main form. Okay, if anybody has any doubt on this point, anybody? Okay, of course, it is not the time to explain completely, just one form is there. It is linked to, it is clash between employer and employee and employee and some other service person. So that link knowledge is sufficient at this moment. Now coming to Okay. Now, other earned income. 1H, other earned income. Right. 1H, other earned income. 1 to G, 1A to 1G, all these are directly relating to the working. According to IRS, okay, according to IRS, all incomes are dividing into two types. One is earned incomes. Second one is unearned incomes. This is a broad concept. All incomes of any taxpayer according to IRS, two types. One is earned income, second one is unearned income. Earned income further dividing into two types. One is because of employment and any other services provided. Physical effort is involved here, employment service and any other services. Second one is business. Business also involving, apart from the investment of the funds, personal service is also involved in the business. So both incomes are technically called earned incomes. All other incomes are unearned income. In those unearned incomes, personal involvement will not be there. Personal effort will not be there. Example, interest on deposits. We have $10 lakh simply deposited into the bank. We are getting the interest income. That interest income is generated because of the funds or investment, not personal effort of the personal, any person. Second one, dividend from shares. It is also unearned incomes. Third one is capital gains. Suppose we purchased one land with $1 lakh. After some period, we sold that land for $2,50,000. We generated profit of $1,50,000. There also personal effort of any person is not there. This profit is generated because of the investment involved. All these are technically called unearned incomes. Now coming to our story, 1A, wages, means W2 form, B, C, D, like that I have included. All items are very clearly, item name, background clearly given, wages, household employees, like that. But any personal service item income is generated which is not included by IRS in the form number 1040 with a specific name. You can mention that name of the service and you can include that income as a residual item. Right. Other earned income, name is not mentioned, anything not covered above, you can include is residual income. Now coming to I, non-taxable combat pay election. This is also regularly asking question. Okay. one person giving service to federal government is working in the military. In that case, he is getting salary income. Apart from that, when he has gone in battlefield, some more additional benefits will be given. Suppose one employee's salary, say 1 lakh. Obviously, that 1 lakh amount is subject to tax. Because he went to battlefield, additional allowances will be given to that employee. So, he is getting not only regular salaries and additional allowances will be given when he is in the field. Additional allowances. No doubt this salary, basic salary is subject to income tax like any other taxpayer, like any other employee. That additional allowances given when he is in the battlefield, that allowances are not taxable at all. So basically, no need to pay tax. That item no need to include even in form number 1040. But still one line is included in the form number 1040. Reason is that even though this allowance is not taxable, at the time of calculation of the other benefits like credits, tax credits, etc., this item shall be included for calculation of that other credits. That's why this amount is included in form number 1040. Item number itself is non-taxable. 1I, non-taxable combat pay election. Why the word election is included? Again, the option is given to the employee. If he wants to include that item for the purpose of calculation of the other tax credits, he can include. If you don't want to include for calculation of the other benefits, other credits, you no need to include. This is purely choice of the employee given by the department. So, non-taxable combat pay, at his choice, he can include or no need to include. This will be covered clearly in subsequent chapter. Now, Z is nothing but all the items above total. Now coming to 2A. Right. Before moving to 2, 3, 4, etc., let me explain. Left hand side we are having attach form number W2. Also attach form number W2G. Also attach form number 1099R. As I already explained, W2 is nothing but the wage sheets giving by the employer to the employee. Remember, this sheet W2 will not be given every month, only at the end of the year. Coming to W2G. This form W2G no way relevant to our salaries, etc. It is completely different income. It will be covered in subsequent paragraphs. W2G is nothing but the gambling incomes, lottery incomes, horse races income. If any, this kind of the income received by any taxpayer, the person who is paying that kind of the income means races conducting organization, lottery conducting organization, and gambling conducting organizations are paying if he wins. At the time of payment, W2G document will be prepared by gambling organization, one copy retained by the gambling organization, one copy will be forwarded to the IRS, one copy will be given to the person who won in lottery, etc. This taxpayer has to include that income in his tax return, and that income details supporting document is W2G to be attached at the time of filing of this return. So we have separate analysis and explanation about the W2G, might be in chapter number either 6 or 7 somewhere, income details. There we are going to cover. Now coming to 1099R. R means retirement. Suppose one employee working in an organization. Obviously, he is getting the salary every year. That salary will be reported to the income tax department. Regularly, he is paying the tax. Matter is over. But some part of his salary he is going to save for his retirement benefit purpose. In India also we are saving in the form of the LIC, PF, ESI, something we are saving. In the similar manner, employees there also can save somewhere for retirement benefit purpose. After that employee reaching age 65 or more, definitely he will get back that retirement amounts from the respective fund maintaining organization. Suppose all these years, example, during the service, employee contributed every month or every year $10,000 like that. Totally he contributed say 20 lakh contribution over the span of his service life, say 30 years example, 20 lakh contributed. After his retirement, he can get back from that retirement fund maintaining organization. His contribution is only 20 lakh. Definitely, interest something will be accumulated on that 20 lakh. He is going to get more than 20 lakh, say 30 lakh or 50 lakh, like that it is getting. His own money invested there 20 lakh, additionally interest something benefits he is getting additional amount. That additional amount is no doubt income to the taxpayer. That income when he is receiving to be included in the tax return. So the fund maintaining organization at the time of paying to this taxpayer, one document will be prepared, one copy will be retained by the fund maintaining organization, one copy will be forwarded to the IRS, one copy will be given to the taxpayer. When taxpayer filing is written, this form will be attached giving the details of how much is contribution, how much additional benefit he is receiving, how much is taxable, how much is not taxable, everything will be included. That is the reason this document is supporting. To understand this concept in depth, we have one chapter is included, IRA, individual retirement account. Total we have 18 main chapters. Among them, one chapter is IRA, individual retirement account. In that we are going to cover this topic in deep. Now coming to okay. Now coming to 2A. Actually, here and there, I am using some schedule numbers. I am also using, like here, we are having the schedule B. For line number 2A, 3A purpose, we are using schedule B. Let me first give just to overview about the schedules which is useful throughout our course. Every day I am connecting to all these schedules. All of a sudden I am referring schedule number 3. You don't know what is schedule number 3. We don't know what is schedule number B. So first let me give that list. You please note down after my class. I am requesting every student to maintain one notebook. Even though we are providing comprehensive, complete information, we are going to share you. You need to maintain some notes, running notes. Here and there, in every day, we are going to give some important information, definitely useful to you if you are maintaining that notes. Form number 1040. Various forms we have to remember, like W2, form number W2G, form number 1099, or like this. And you are going to cover so many forms. Approximately these forms are in thousands. For examination point of view and regular return filing purpose, we need to memorize only 15 document numbers around roughly. And coming to schedules, schedule 1, 2, 3, and schedule A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, G. Long back, 25 years back, that schedule was deleted. Just for flow purpose, I have written. Presently, it is not there. Completely deleted from the Act itself. Okay. Now coming to schedule 1. Title is adjustments. Adjustments. Actually, in this we are having the part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is additional incomes. Additional incomes. Part 2 is adjustments. Part 1 is additional incomes and part 2 is adjustments. These two parts are covered in schedule number 1. Actually, I have stopped at the middle at the time of explaining point 2, 3, etc. I will come back. First, let me give some additional information which is relevant. Come to item number 8. Item number 8 is additional income from. See the point, item number 8. Additional income from schedule 1. Schedule 1. So, schedule 1, part 1, additional incomes. What is the additional income? I already started income list. In item number 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like that, Z. wages, household, like that. Some items are we have already covered. In form number 1040 itself, some items of names very clearly given. Those items you have to dump directly to the form number 1040. Those incomes which are not directly reporting in 1040, another supplementary place is provided. That supplementary place is called schedule number 1, part number 1. Title is additional income. So those items you need to write in additional income. Additional income 1, 2, 3. There also names of various types of incomes will be provided. All those items are to be included first in schedule number 1. That total list again we are bringing to form number 1040, line item number 8. Now coming to schedule 1, this is part 2. Part 2 is adjustments. Adjustments, again let us go back to our form. Coming to 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are the variety types of the incomes. Salaries, 2, tax income, 3, dividend income, 4, IRA income, pension income, 6, social security income, 7, capital gain incomes. Now coming to additional income from schedule number 1. 9 is nothing but the total of all the above incomes. Again come to line number 10, adjustments to income from schedule 1. Adjustments to income from schedule number 1. What is the meaning of adjustment to schedule number 1? You no need to pay tax on all the types of incomes. Department allowing us some kind of the concessions. So that the part you can deduct. Suppose our income is say 10 lakh. You no need to pay tax on entire 10 lakh. Some deductions are allowed in the name of the adjustments. So these adjustments are taken from schedule number 1, part number 2. Okay. If you go to yesterday's shared document, very beginning I gave you one format written by myself, which gives us overview of the entire act. My first line is all incomes. If you go to your reference shared document, all incomes, then delete exclusions, then you are getting the gross income. From that gross income, you can deduct certain items in the form of the adjustments. That item we can cover here. Okay. Now coming to schedule 2. Schedule 2 is nothing but the additional taxes. What is the meaning of the additional taxes? Anyway, we are discussing about income tax. No doubt you have to pay income into tax rate is equal to income tax, say $20,000. Apart from that income tax, we need to pay some other variety type of taxes are there. As I already explained in the previous explanation, social security tax and Medicare tax and unemployment tax. Some other taxes are AMT tax, alternative minimum tax. AMT means these are, for example, I am giving here 3 to 4 items. Totally we are having 8 to 10 type of additional taxes are there in addition to income tax. This will be covered clearly in a separate chapter out of 18. So what other taxes are in addition to income tax? This list is very clearly given in schedule number 2. Schedule 2 title is other taxes or additional taxes. Now coming to schedule 3. This is schedule 3. I already used one important technical word, tax credit. We have separate chapter out of 18. Credit means that suppose our income is say 10 lakh. Various deductions, adjustments are there, say 7 lakh. Finally, taxable income is only 3 lakh. 3 lakh into tax rate example 10%. So 3 lakh taxable income into 10%. So tax amount calculated is 30,000. Even 30,000 also no need to pay. Some more concession will be given by the department, even from calculated tax 30,000. That kind of the concession is technically called tax credits. Tax credits are two types, refundable tax credits and not refundable tax credits. That details we are going to cover in a separate, almost it is going to take 15 hours of time to handle this. To understand the chapter number 3, tax credits, schedule number 3. So, schedule 1, adjustments. Schedule 2, additional taxes. Schedule 3, tax credits. So, this is the matter what we are going to cover in 1, 2, 3, which are to be attached to schedule number, form number, main document number 1040. Now coming to schedule number A, B, C, D, E, F, G, not there, H. Coming to A. Again, let us go back to our first day document, manual document I gave you. In that we are going to find one is standard deduction. Standard deduction oblique itemized deductions. Itemized deduction. This standard deduction is fixed. Actually, taxpayers are dividing into 5 types. I already told you. One is individual. Second one is married filing jointly, married filing separately, and qualified surviving spouse and head of household. So, to each type of category, deduction amount is changing. Let me give one example, $15,750 exempted in the case of the individual taxpayers. If his income is just $14,000, he no need to file return, he no need to pay tax. Suppose his income is 15,750, then also not required. Suppose his income is 16,000. Up to 15,750, no need to pay tax, no need to file the return. But on excess part, you need to pay tax. So, This is the standard deduction 15,750 in the case of the individual. These amounts are for all the parties fixed by the Act itself. Of course, these figures are changing every year according to decision of the government. But coming to itemized deduction, suppose that a person is having health issue. Suppose that a person is contributing to charitable organizations. Suppose that person is purchasing one house by taking up the loan, on that he is paying the interest income. I am giving only example purpose. If this kind of payments are there by the taxpayer, now he can claim deduction in the name of the itemized deduction. So taxpayer is having the option to decide whether he can claim 15,750 fixed amount by the Act, or various payments made by the taxpayer for various reasons. That amount total he can compare, whichever is beneficial to him he can select finally either standard deduction or itemized deduction at his choice. So these itemized deductions are very clearly given in schedule number A. This is example purpose. I have written here 3. Around 8 items are there in schedule number A. Title is itemized deductions. Okay, anybody having any doubts?
Sir, what is that, sir? Health insurance, sir? Charity health insurance or health?
Yes, sir. Health.
Health in the sense what, sir?
Health cost and health purpose spent money. Just what items are to be included, rough idea purpose I have included here. You are going to cover this topic completely. It requires 7 to 10 hours explanation of all these items.
Okay, health in the sense like any what is any diseases? It's like
yes.
okay.
Criteria is given.
Okay, health, charity, and last one, sir. What is that? Last
interest on loans taken for constructing a house.
Okay, okay.
Like
P,
that.
what is that, sir? P?
Purchase. Purchase of assets.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Any more doubts?
After completing the course and clearing the certification or examination, so what will be the job opportunity in this field? Can you explain?
Yeah, sir. So you are in front of the laptop, sir?
No.
Okay. So instead of I am saying like you can check it in Naukri and LinkedIn, I will show you right now also, sir. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So we'll open a Naukri and we'll check it from there itself. Okay. So let's open another Naukri. So usually all the jobs in there are from the Naukri only, right, sir? So currently very less market, sir. Who knows that one? So you can just go to the even ChatGPT and you can ask like what is the opportunities for the enrolled agent jobs. So let's try with the ChatGPT also. Is it fine, sir? Here we can search right now.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I'm searching here. Okay. Sorry. How is field job?
Unable to see your screen. I think it is stop.
You are not able to see?
No. Only KSR Data Vision Private Limited is coming.
Okay. It's sharing close. Let me share again. Hope we are able to see now.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me open again. ChatGPT. You are able to see right now?
Yes, yes. Again, I lost.
Let me check. Now also.
Yes, yes. I am able to see.
Okay.
And one more thing, Mahesh, I want to ask you. So the candidate completed his graduation in 2019 or 20. Then after that, he do his family business. Approx 7 to 8 years have completed from after completing the graduation. Now he want to enter into this field.
Yes.
So, is there any experience required for that?
Nothing, sir. Nothing required because it's a completely new topic. So very few people know about this. Shall we connect with the laptop? So, not sure it's typing is not happening with this. So you are able to see with the screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, all job market jobs will be remotely or how it is?
Sorry.
The job will be remote job work mode. I am asking about the work mode of.
Remote, don't expect remote, sir, and don't expect a completely office also. How IT jobs will work similar way, because big four companies are hiring mostly. The big four companies in the sense Deloitte, KPMG, EY, and PwC. These four companies are hiring more enrolled agents. You can see. And EA is a tax professional licensed by the US Internal Revenue Services. This IRS is not any institution, organization, or else any university, sir. It's a directly central government of America. So how we called as a central government, right? There we called as a federal government. Federal government, how income tax department in India, similar way, Internal Revenue Services, the IRS in the sense.
Okay.
Okay. So why it is a demand, right? Because of the less labor, less package labor here. We will get work for a very less package compared to the American market, right?
Yes, yes.
So people are assuming like individual tax means only yearly ones, but it is for the individual point of view. But company's point of view, they need to be check it every day, the taxation to reduce that one. So when in the year end, right? So that work will be more. At that time, they are struggling to manage with the American people. So slowly those projects they are pushing to India. Why it's around 40 years back, I guess. All the software jobs came to the India. Reason, sir? What happening? Why we are all people are working for either American or else European companies only, right? As a contract employees here from India, because less cost labor here. So we will we have a more workforce with the English communication skills. Why not China? China have a less than us, they can work, but they don't have a English speaking skills properly. They focused on the manufacturing. Where India focused with a good English communication skills, we focused in a software courses where working for America and European countries, right? Similar way,
Yes.
now for American companies, right? American companies, they need US tax consultants with a less budget. That's the reason those projects they are going to give the big four companies. You can check it, big four companies in the sense, what are the Fortune 500 companies we will believe? All these fine companies are the clients for these big fours, either PwC, KPMG, EY. These companies are not IT companies. We will thought like these are IT firms. These are financial companies. Okay. You can see major hubs will be Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Gurgaon. Hyderabad actually first place. Later Bangalore, Mumbai, Ahmedabad also is there. Fresher package, you can see, sir, we are not going to be making a huge package you will get under. No. Zero experience guy, the worst package will be 4 lakhs at least. But if you completed all the 3 papers, you can expect at least 7 to 8, 9 lakhs package. Okay. Only by learning only it's not sufficient. We need to give the certification. That's what they are also mentioning. Okay.
So each certification, total 3 certification are there. Each certification 26,000 rupees.
Sorry, sir. No, not KSR certification. We are giving that IRS exam,
Yes,
right?
yes,
We are
yes.
writing an IRS exam. That certification is sufficient.
So how much the fees of that or
That
examination?
certification is costing $317, sir. 317. That means around 29 to 30,000 yearly.
For each one.
Each paper, yes. We have 3 papers. Each paper costing $317. Around consider around nearly $1,000, sir, for all 3 papers. But at least by writing one exam, you can enter into the market. Once you got a job, later you can focus spending on the second paper and third paper. Don't spend all the amount at once. So first complete at least one paper and complete the total course. In the resume, we will mention all the 3 skill set and preparing for the second paper later. Once you got a job, then you can write exam for second paper and third paper. Okay. And in the long run, US opportunities also there, sir, for them compared to software employees, because software employee situation is very difficult now. But compared to them, these people can able to work globally. They can able to work for an American market directly, and they can able to move there also. They can get job easily. And along with the EA, there is a advanced versions also is there, like US CPA and CMA. But compared to them, entry process, this will be the easy option, sir. First, let's enter into the market. Later, we can able to focus on the advanced concepts, like how started account here, right? Similar way, CMA and the CPA also is there. But compared to that, it is only tax filing. You are not going to be audit everything. You are not going to be help them to reduce too much tax or something. It's an entry level job. Enrolled agent will be.
So single only one certification I will enter into the job.
Yes. Without the exam also you can, sir, but will get a very less salary as an accountant, like 20,000, 25,000 something. But if you have at least one paper, you have a signing authority, so that you will get lowest means 5 to 6 lakhs you can expect. Without exam, without a paper, you just know the skill set and you are able to clear the interview. They will give only accountant entry level job with 20 to 30,000 salary. Okay.
So are there still any prerequisites required for that one?
Sorry, sir.
Any prerequisites
Sir, if you know the communication skills, that is sufficient. More than that, not required, because here exam is main priority. 18 years age and with a decent basic communication skills, not required very huge communication skills. Basic communication skills is sufficient to know the paper, what they mentioned in the 1040 file. That able to understand the names and terminology is sufficient. That's the reason from yesterday onwards, sir is trying to teach you the terminology compared to Indian laws and what is the US laws. Here you are not going to be deal with any mathematics or commerce or economics, sir. We are dealing with the only local laws, because American government laws is different, Indian government laws is different in terms of the taxation, right? Just we are going to understand their laws. Example, like earlier session, sir explained about any diseased patient is there, or else anyone dependent patient is there in the house. They will get around $12,000, particularly for a son or daughter. Similar way in Indian government also we have these kind of schemes, right? Where are you from, sir?
Yeah, I'm from Karnataka, Bidar district.
Karnataka. Karnataka also maybe these kind of governments, state government or central government schemes are there might be. Like in Telugu states we have Ammavadi, who are going to school, right? The government is paying some money for the school kids' parents. Or else who are handicapped, the central government and state government giving some pensions, you know, right? The pension schemes. Similar way, central government of America and state government of America also giving some schemes that called $12,000. The $12,000 non-taxable. That what sir is trying to explain in the early session, in the starting of the class. Each form he was opening and explained what is the form number 2, what will be the form number 3, and where we will get a tax benefited. Once you know all these things, so we are going to be help filing a tax for an American citizen, or else who are settled in America, any Indian, or else Ethiopian, Pakistani, or else like Chinese, who are settled in America, who are paying tax, who are earning money from America, right? So all those people need to pay the tax. For that, we are filing this. Any of your friend is settled in US, you just call him today and ask him who are filing your taxation. 100% Indian only filing the tax for American people, sir. You can check with any your friend if they're in America. You just call today. Do you have any student friends, your friends in America?
No.
Yeah, if you have, you can check with them. You can call them and ask them like where, how you are paying tax every year, who are helping you. That guy is India only. And this individual tax has a additional income, sir. It's not from the full-time salary. Usually $50 they are charging for filing each tax file. So all this task you can do actually once you know the concept. It may take maximum 1 hour for you for a individual tax filing. If he had only one job, maybe that guy have a job and some other business or something, it may take time. At that time we will charge more. Only individual tax 1 hour work you are going to be charged $50 for each person. That is a add-on income. It's not from the company point of view. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್? ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
No, thank you, Mahesh.
ಸರಿ. So any other questions guys? Anyone? ఇంకేదైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటే మీరు తెలుగులో కూడా అడగొచ్చు సార్, తెలుగులో కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు కావాలంటే. సో మీరు కూడా నౌకరీకి వెళ్ళి కూడా చెక్ చేయండి సిమిలర్ వే. సో ఎలా ఉన్న యుఎస్ ట్యాక్స్ కన్సల్టెంట్, యుఎస్ ట్యాక్స్ అనలిస్ట్, యుఎస్ ట్యాక్స్. సో ఈ నేమ్ తో యూ విల్ గెట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ విత్ దీస్ నేమ్స్. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Ahmedabad will get a lot many opportunities, guys.
Mahesh, can you show the portal as well?
Sorry.
Job opportunity.
సార్ హలో,
చెప్పండి. టెల్ మీ సార్.
ఇది 1040 పోతే మొత్తం మనకి ఎన్ని ఫార్మ్స్ కవర్ అవుతాయి సార్?
మొత్తం 3 ఫార్మ్స్. 1040 అనేది ఒక ఫార్మ్, ఇట్స్ వన్ ఫార్మ్. 1045 మాస్టర్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్. ఓకే.
1120.
Yes sir. Yes. That is part number 2. Business. That will be the part number 2, sir. The second paper will be business tax filing.
Okay.
So business tax filing in the sense, individual tax filing in the sense, like as an employee, whatever I am earning, how much I need to pay tax is in a first paper. Second paper, if I have a business, that company's taxation. Example, KSR Data Vision have running in an institution, it's in a business obviously. So KSR Data Vision, how much they are spending on salaries, rents, and other thing, how much they are in entire year, how much they got as a profit, how much they need to pay the tax.
What about partnerships?
1065, part number 2.
Hello?
It's a part number 2. It's a part number 2, sir. 106.
Partnership, okay.
Yeah, 1065, the partnership firms and that. And third paper will be representation. Representation in the sense.
Present in the market for partnership, we have a lot of vacancies.
Yes.
Search in LinkedIn and Naukri.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to be good because you can see like the startup kind of culture is become very huge, right? Even in America also, everyone having a small companies. Even in Indian people also, everyone will have a small company there. After 5 to 6 years, they settled in US, they will start a small consultancy there. So all these people need this tax filing, sir. And the good thing will be, it won't change frequently like an IT industry. IT industry, today's concept not be there tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be outdated. But in a
IT.
Sorry, sir.
Safe side job is US taxation right now.
We can say currently yes, because laws can't change frequently, sir. Only thing will
Yes,
be
yes.
so government won't change the laws frequently, right? It's a very slow
Right.
process. Even they want to change 1% tax also, it will take 1 to 2 years for finalizing.
Yes.
So you can check it from here. US tax analyst, US tax consultant with the name. You can see associate recruiter manager US tax.
మీరు
You are able to see the Naukri screen only, right?
సార్ మీరు ఏ కంపెనీతో టైప్ ఉన్నారా ప్రెసెంట్?
So tie-ups with already we have with EY and the Deloitte, sir, from the IT point of view. Now we are in discuss with them, but it's not required tie-up. Now we have a demand supply issue. When you
Okay,
have
okay,
a
done.
demand, obviously you will get a call, sir. When we
Okay,
don't
sure.
have a demand, even EY owner is my mama also, they won't give any job for me.
Okay,
Right, sir? I
okay,
will
okay.
depend only on the demand supply. Why I suddenly moved from IT to non-IT sector in the sense demand supply. When you guys getting job, I will earn more money. I'm not doing
Okay.
any charity for you guys.
Sir,
I'm just
okay.
looking, maximum people need to get place, then I can able to run my show properly. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
That's the only logic, sir. Nothing here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see all these jobs with the 0 to 6 years experience only.
Okay, okay.
So mostly you can see the EY, PwC, KPMG, Thomson Reuters, all big four companies. So this
Yes.
BDO also very big company, sir. BDO.
Yes, yes, sir. No, I know.
Usually IT employees dream to work for these big fours, but this is a mandatory for you
Yeah.
because 80% tax jobs is there in these 4-5 companies only, sir. See 1040, scheduled ABCD, all these things, right? All these are 0 to 3 years only. You can't see any data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, or full stack also. For freshers, these many openings, sir. And good thing will be demand supply issue. Very few people aware about US tax consultant, US tax analyst jobs. That enrolled agent, I guess most of the people heard first time.
Yes, yes.
That's the only advantage here because we are in early stage. So we are going to be invest our time and money here and getting entered into the job very easily. Once again, once it's becoming boom, most of the people will learn again. It will be competition. Now it will be easy. Clear, sir? Any questions? Someone asking work from office. See, work from office only 30,000 jobs out of 31,000. Remote only 420 jobs. Okay. So because don't expect completely remote jobs or work from home jobs. It should be mostly work from office only nowadays. But once you join, it will be reasonable. Depends on the manager and you. No company is asking you to come office 5 days a week. So maximum manageable weekly once or else monthly 4 times or 3 times something it's going on, sir. Okay.
Sir, Excel mandatory, sir.
Excel is very basic, sir. We will teach you on that. Don't worry about that. So nowadays, nothing is very huge, sir. Only you just need to be understand the concepts. Okay. MS Office, MS Excel. Anyway, we have those courses. We will teach you, but it's not mandatory to know high level of Excel. Very basic Excels.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు నా ఏజ్ వచ్చేసి 38, నాకు వర్క్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వచ్చేసి ఆల్మోస్ట్ 8 years ఉంది. మనకి పర్వాలేదా సార్? మన
కరెంట్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఎంత ఉంది సార్ మీకు?
6.0 సార్.
6 ప్యాకేజ్ ఉంటే ఓకే సార్. 6 lakhs కదా?
అవును సార్.
6 ఉంటే ఓకే సార్, దాన్ని మేనేజ్ చేయొచ్చు. సో మనం దీని సైడ్ చూపించుకొని దానికంటే ఫ్రెషర్ కి 9 వరకు కూడా వస్తుంది. కాకపోతే మీరు 3 పేపర్స్ రాస్తే మంచిది సార్ మీ కేసులో.
రాసేద్దాం కంప్లీట్ గా మనం ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేసేవాళ్ళం. ఎన్ని మంత్స్ మొత్తం? 6 months సార్?
6 months అండి.
ఓకే సార్. మనకు ఆఫ్లైన్ కి అటెండ్ అవుదాం అనుకుంటున్నా సార్.
యా, మాదాపూర్ లో ఉంది సార్. మనం మేబీ ఒక 2-3 months లో KPHP లో కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం ఆఫ్లైన్ స్పేస్. సో ప్రస్తుతం మాదాపూర్ బ్రాంచ్ ఓపెన్ లోనే ఉంది, మీరు అక్కడికి వచ్చేసేయచ్చు అండి.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ
సార్. 3 papers క్లియర్ చేస్తే ఫ్రెషర్ కి ఎంత ఉండొచ్చు సార్ ప్యాకేజ్ స్టార్టింగ్?
అదే సార్, 9 to 12 lakhs సార్ ఆల్ 3 పేపర్స్ చేస్తే.
ఓకే సార్. ఓన్లీ ఫస్ట్ పేపర్ క్లియర్ చేసి దాని మీద గెయిన్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే
4 to 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs. So depends అండి. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఏంటంటే when you are going to be clear, attend the interview. Depends on the panel's comfort. When you are able to speak with them properly with a decent communication, they may give the more package also, right?
ఓకే సార్. ఫస్ట్ పేపర్ క్లియర్ చేసి దాని మీద ఒక 1.5 year ఉంటే దాని తర్వాత వచ్చే కాంప్లెక్సిటీ
yes,
అంటే
yes, sir. We can get a better package at that time. So once you cleared all 3 papers, it will be easy to get into the 9 lakhs range, sir. And again, it's not going to be end here. After 20-25 lakhs, you can able to focus slowly into the complete US taxation like a US CPA and CMA, sir. It's a completely like a chartered accountant in India. That kind of level it will be for a US market. So there people used to get like a 70 to 80 lakhs package. You can check it in internet, US CPA and CMA, sir.
ఓకే.
Once who are an enrolled agent, that will be easy for them. So you can see the job descriptions for this company. Prepare and review Form 1040 and Schedule A, B, C, D, E, F. Amended returns 1040 and multi-stage filings. That's it. Collaborate with the clients on tax planning strategies. Means any reduction on the tax filing or something, we will try to connect with them. Only those things. Yeah, this W2S, you remember, right? Today we discussed about this topic. That's a beneficial, right, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, we have any benefits who are purchasing house there also, sir? First house, no. Sale only. Sale, they can get it. Okay.
And interest will be interest on loan taken for purchase of house.
Okay. So as an individual, right? Individual in the sense not only like your salary income. When you are buying in a house, when you are selling in a house, also we need to be showcase all those things in the tax filing, sir. So at that time, your help is required for the people. So obviously, we will have a work. Even IT is taking care and AI is taking your jobs, but still AI need to pay tax, sir. AI can't work for free, right? The AI companies need to pay tax, right? So we will have a demand for that. And someone asking AI can't replace or AI will do this task means not possible, sir. This last they need to understand. It may help you, but it can't replace you. Because signing authority is important here. Okay.
As of now, current market trending technology అంటారు సార్.
From IT point of view?
అవును సార్. అదే కంపారిటివ్.
IT point of view, AML, cloud computing, data engineers, these jobs are in the demand, sir, along with the full stack. Full stack that is will be evergreen. But again, it depends on the skills and capabilities. Here, people are why people are not getting job. All the people in the sense skills matter, sir. When 10 people are there, 100 jobs are there, but only 10 people means okay, everyone will get. But now one job is there, 100 people are fighting for that. Out of that, the best candidate companies will try to filter, right? You can go to any BTech, sir. Show me like all these branches: computer science, IT, data science, AML, cyber security, full stack. These are the branches in the almost every engineering college. All these are related to IT jobs only, right?
Yes.
So out of 1,000 people, 900 people are into the IT. Only 100 people into their core domains like electrical, electronics. Again,
Yes,
from these electrical and electronics also, they will learn course and will come to the IT.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Then the demand supply issue.
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu, they diversified. In Tamil Nadu, I observed that one Tamil Nadu, they diversified most of the cases. They are into the core domains also along with IT. So there is no issue for them. But particularly Telugu states, so 90% people focusing only in the IT sectors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
So BCom means like they are making fun on the BCom people, but BCom is becoming booming now. Recently, one of our students who completed BCom, she got a 9 lakhs package, sir. I will introduce her. She still not completed her BCom. She was pursuing here only in Avinash College of Commerce. She completed a analytics course also from the BCom point of view only. So she got a 9 lakhs package before completing her BCom. Which BTech candidate is getting? Here talent is matter, not about the grade degree. She started working from second year onwards, sir. Before BCom, she had a 9 months of work experience. Okay, it's only it's a race, sir. Now we have to be run to win the race. That's it. Because too many people are learning the same thing. But this particular subject will be, you have very less competition. I can say no competition almost. Enrolled agent. So, and assuming maybe around 1 lakh people are required by 2030, sir. The demand supply issue. Let me type that one also. What about demand and supply? You are able to see the chart GPT screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You can see, sir. US accounting firms are facing significant talent shortage and increasingly expanding operations in India. It's increasing. As of now, their operations are very less in India. Now they are pushing to the India. Firms such as RSM, Moss, Admis, Kitches, others, new companies, along with the Big Four. The Thomson Reuters not part of Big Four, but they are also hiring now. Growth in US tax outsourcing with the global capability centers, GCC. They are creating more openings professionals with the US tax knowledge, sir. You can see supply very limited. The number of people pursuing EA is still relatively small compared with the mainstreams like a CA, CMA, and ACCA. The CA, CMA people are there, but EA people are very less, sir. Employers often report difficulty finding candidates who have both EA certification and a practical US tax experience. Show me any other IT technology have this kind of requirements, sir. Compared to the fresher who holding 2 years experience, right, they have a more demand and very limited supply. See, seniors, when you are growing, right, it will be more demand. Senior US tax professionals with enrolled agent, very strong demand and talent shortage. People are not there, sir. Even with the freshers also they are explaining, right, decent package but a modest salary will be less. Who holding 2 years plus experience, right, there is a huge demand. You can see this thing. Okay. Any more questions? Or else we'll do what after enrolled agent, what other sources you have to grow in future. I will ask that one also. For future. Spelling may be wrong, but system will take it. No need to be worried. Okay. You can see CPA, sir, after enrolled agent. You can see career path, enrolled agent, then senior tax analyst, then tax manager, then director and a partner track, the higher level those and all. So again, here also data analytics will come to the picture. Who have both knowledge, they will get packages again. Finance professionals in the higher ranking because they need analysis and reporting also, right? At that time, it will be helpful to you. Financial planning and analysis, CFA. It's investment related. Completely it's intermediate point of view, BCom, but we already completed graduation. It's BCom, BTech, anything is fine. See where BCom and where we are entering again into the data analytics. But with the domain knowledge of a huge packages. Power BI is not you are going to be become just as a Power BI developer, data analyst. Power BI we are using as a one of the reporting purpose. Your main opening will be tax analyst, tax reporting analyst. You can do research, guys. Again, you can do your own research. If you know any American friends, you can connect with them who are working actually. Freshers may not aware. And even I know very less people who are already performing here as a chartered account. They are also not aware about this enrolled agent. Okay. Any more questions, sir? All good. Anuradha, Nagurvali, Roja, Karthik, Vamsi Krishna, Anjani, Sayed. Do you have any questions? Mallikarjun Reddy?
As of now, no, sir.
No, all good, right? Okay, great. So we will connect tomorrow. Tomorrow, I guess tomorrow will be the last free session, right? Today is the 4th class, na? Let me check. Yeah, tomorrow will be the last free session, guys. You can check with the meanwhile. So you have any questions, you can come up with all the questions tomorrow we will discuss. Okay. And day after tomorrow onwards, we will enter into the actual course. And just give me your 6 months time. So entering into the EX tax analyst will be my job. I need your 6 months time and efforts. Okay, team, then we'll meet tomorrow by 10 o'clock with the same link. Bye, team.